Hello, my name is Shawn Petty and I am the Texas White-Riley-Peterson Fellow for the class of 2013 to 2014. Before I dig down into my policy project, I do have to give a big thanks to the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation for their generous support of this fellowship. Likewise, I have to reach out to the faculty and staff at the Riley Institute of Furman University for all their support. And I have to thank all the White-Riley-Peterson Fellows across the nation for their efforts and their strong work. The White-Riley-Peterson Fellowship has been an amazing opportunity. You could even say an opportunity of a lifetime. And so I'm grateful for everyone who's participated in the fellowship, a supporter of the fellowship, and who supported me. Finally, I'd like to thank the Texas ACE program, the Texas Partnership of Out-of-School Time, the Texas Education Agency, and the company I work for, Advanced Research, for allowing me to participate in the fellowship. A key component of the fellowship is a policy project. And I've been very fortunate that last year in Texas we had a White-Riley-Peterson Fellow. Her name was Monica Armendariz, and she did some tremendous work on building awareness around the power of expanded learning. To learn more about Monica's policy project, please click on the link on your screen. That will take you to her video update and share everything she did last year. I'm going to build on her foundation, and I'll speak about that in a few moments.
So what dilemma is my policy project going to tackle? Well, it's easier to show you. So it's 3 o'clock in the great state of Texas. Parents are wondering, do we really know where our kids are? Some do, but some don't. Every day in Texas, 1.1 million children are on their own between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. They are basically left alone during a critical time frame. We know that between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m., kids are more likely to experiment with drinking or drugs, smoking, or unprotected sex. And in Texas, this is a major problem. But there is a potential solution. Out-of-school time programs in this expanded learning space have been demonstrated to keep kids safe, inspire learning, and help working families. Dr. Milton Chin, a senior fellow of the George Lucas Educational Foundation, calls it the third space of learning. He did so in a recent article published in a compendium of research around expanded learning. He says that the first space of learning is our home, where we learn from our family. The second space of learning is the school, where we get our core academic content. But America has created a third space of learning, an outside the school day place where we can experience what we learn, hands-on. The challenge is, in the great state of Texas, these programs are funded only by the federal government to the tune of about $107 million a year. That seems like a lot of money, but in the last round of competitive funding, programs asked for 3 times that amount. The supply of funding does not meet the demand the public has for out-of-school time programs in Texas. Therefore, as the fellow for Texas, I decided to make my policy focus on how to build a public funding stream for out-of-school time programs. Quite a daunting task, but one that I thought we needed. The question was how to do this. The faculty of the fellowship helped me come up with a 3-step plan. They advised me to be cautious because this 3-step plan is aggressive and would more than likely not be accomplished in this 1 year. But it was a good plan, and I decided to tackle it. Step 1 is a summer learning focus. If I can demonstrate to legislators in the state of Texas that summer learning programs work, they become a micro experiment for a macro problem. We can use our experience in summer learning to also help during the school year with out-of-school time programs. Step 2 was workforce development strategies. Secondary students are facing something in Texas called House Bill 5. It requires them to have endorsements, but if they attend the school day, even with perfect attendance, they're only going to be able to get one endorsement. Out-of-school time can provide the opportunity to get additional endorsements, and so perhaps workforce development was an opportunity to demonstrate that out-of-school time programs need to be funded. Step 3 was to build on the work that Monica had done by creating awareness around this issue, and to go ahead and draft legislation. You can't get funding if you don't ask for it. So how did I do? Well, I had some wins and I had some losses. With Step 1 in the summer learning focus, my first thing I tackled was a loss. That was a summer proposal. We have many programs that are ending their federal funding for the year, and therefore they're not going to offer summer programs. So working with Advanced Research, we asked the Texas Education Agency to use unused funds or return funds to fund additional summer programs. The agency did consider it, but unfortunately in the end they did have to deny our request. Even though they did so, they did open the door for us to hire a national consultant to take a look at summer programs here in Texas. That work is going on right now. That consultant is analyzing the programs in Texas and developing a map on how our programs can continue operating summer. While it's not available for this year, it will be available for next year and available for the legislative session. That's an exciting happening. The second thing that was a win was House Bill 742. This was a bill that popped up in the last legislative session, and it was a small bill, and unfortunately it was not funded by the Appropriations Committee. However, the Texas Education Agency has asked us to write rules for this bill, which means that it's going to be implemented, just not necessarily this year. So with Step 1, we're moving forward, but there's still lots of work to be done. With Step 2, it was all about taking current out-of-school time programs and making them aware of House Bill 5. House Bill 5 was the legislation in Texas that created this endorsement structure during the school day. If out-of-school time programs that operate in the secondary space, if they would just focus on House Bill 5 and endorsements, they may find that funding doors become available for them. This year I was able to attend with Molly Walford, our state network lead, and Terry Peterson when he came to visit. I was able to go with them to the Capitol and visit key legislators to advocate for workforce development strategy and summer learning programs and out-of-school time programs. These Capitol visits were very successful, and follow-up visits are scheduled. The last part is an ongoing or work in progress for Step 2, and that is, I've been asked by the Texas Education Agency to research how out-of-school time programs receive school credit for their programs. Partnering with other fellows in states that do this, I've been able to get some good research, and I'm almost ready to present that out. Step 2 is moving along. There's still much work to do. Step 3 is a work in progress. My biggest learning I've discovered through the fellowship is not all people are ready to move as fast as you want them to. Sometimes you have to take a step back to get all your troops in order to be successful. So while I'm ready to draft legislation, my state network may not necessarily be ready. So Molly, the state network lead, has encouraged me to work with the policy committee to get them on board so that we can get the necessary support to draft this legislation. That is a work in progress, and one that I will continue even after my fellowship is over. So, to sum up my fellowship, I was very fortunate to have a fellow who laid the foundation for me. Monica really did create awareness around the issue of summer learning loss, workforce development, and just general things in the after-school field. I was able to take her work and build a framework to create this third space of learning. Hopefully, the fellows who come after us will be able to take that framework and build this third space of learning, create an area that truly keeps kids safe, inspires learning, and helps working families.
So while my fellowship has come to a conclusion, the work has not. I will continue building upon the foundation that Monica set the year before me, and I will continue to work on the framework which I've built this year. Expanded learning advocates like myself and others will not stop until Texas has built a true third space of learning, expanded learning opportunities for all youth in Texas. We could use your help. If you're interested in learning more, or if you're interested in supporting the efforts of Expanded Learning Advocates, please click on the link on your screen. That will take you to TextPost, the Texas Partnership of Out-of-School Time. Sign up for the newsletter and the alerts. Learn about the efforts that TextPost is taking inside the state to truly create this wonderful space. As the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation's CEO, William White, once said, expanded learning programs are not the silver bullet to the educational dilemma, but they are definitely the silver lining. We would love to have your help. Thank you.